typically down here in Puerto Rico, we get our ground swells in the wintertime. That's where we do the most of our surfing. Summertime is usually kind of laid back, waiting for surf, but not anymore. One, we've been foiling, but now we've even expanded it more into the downwind realm. And I know everybody's seen the downwinding, but maybe they're not perfectly familiar with what it is and what the potentials are. I know that I wasn't until I've really gotten into it. And let me tell you, this sport is amazing. So one of the cool things about downwinding is it changes your perception of what surf is available. Because sometimes you look out on the ocean, you go, there's no surf, it's flat, there's nothing breaking. But when you know what you're looking for, you actually go, no, there's a world of surfing out there, right? We've been towing each other off the e-foil, going upwind and launching each other off. We've been doing that for practice. You know, if you're off season, you want to do some exercise, maybe you're not that into the gym, you like to be outdoors and, you know, staying adventurous. I like to run a lot. I pretty much just grab my board here and here, but I kind of keep a still upper body and I'm, you know, cruising up the beach. It's actually quite comfortable. And then your heart's going, now you jump into the break where you want to start, give it a swim, catch a chip shot, you catch a little wave, you stand up, you get your balance, you get your focus, and now you kick off the back of the wave and you start working your way out, right? And that's the hardest part. Here you're pumping, you're pushing, you're right off the bat, you're off to a sprint. And as soon as you kind of work a ways out, you want to kind of turn down with the flow, kind of catch your breath again. So this is the part where you breathe, recover, relax, right? But now you're cruising, and it's that, you're kind of tacking out. So you're going out to the side, but you're bearing off to kind of get some speed, recover, work your way out, bear off, speed, recover. And next thing you know, you're in the flow and you're cruising around and you're really working your way off the coast. I mean, you can get out, it's kind of as far as you want to go, right? Sometimes it'll be a quarter mile off the shore. Sometimes you get up to like a half a mile off the shore. It just kind of depends on what you're willing to do. There's a whole river of energy moving down. And that's like when you actually get out a little further off the shore, you start to really see that develop. And you'll see that there's energy and facets to ride absolutely everywhere. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And when you're out riding it, I mean, you are just connecting the dots left and right. And that's the other part. You're going down the coast and you've got cliff areas, beach areas, this break, that break, back chop, swell over here, flat sections here. It's a total adventure. Each spot is different. So it just crazy expanded the horizons of what is surfable. You know what I mean? It's never ending. It's a full open ocean of surfing. And it's cool that when you start to get into it and develop that, you just have a whole new vision of what's available in the ocean to go out and ride. When you're out there and you're surfing, you're also breathing because now you're kind of jogging, you're still working out, you're still exercising, but you're also hyper focused on what you're doing. And you're really controlling your breath and just, you know, keeping a calm. And so it's a really meditative process as well. And you're surfing, which is the most incredible feeling ever. And you're gliding, which is some other, you know, unique feeling. And you're using only the energy of the ocean. You know, the swells underneath you, you're tapping into every little bit and piece to connect the dots all the way home. And next thing you know, you're doing miles and miles and miles. And it's, you know, it's becoming curious for me. It's like, how far can we actually go? Sometimes you might just blow past where you started because you're having such a fun time. You keep going down, you get in another spot, and you run back up to your house. This right here is my 3.8. This is kind of my smallest board that I go downwinding on, but it's a rocket ship when you're up and riding. Or maybe I'll ride up to like a 4.6, a little bit more volume. But this is really cool, especially with our carbon fiber setup. Talking a little bit about the gear that you're gonna want for a downwinder. We've come out with our high aspect wings. Essentially what this is that we've taken the same amount of surface area as some of our traditional wings, and we've spread out the wingspan pretty much as wide as we want to go. And taking it out wider essentially makes them more efficient. So you get a better glide ratio, you get a better lift over drag. Man, it makes it really efficient to pump and to glide and connect the dots. It feels really light under your feet out in the water. It really is a game changer. The wings that are offered on the website are also through our dealers. We got a 170, a 200, and a 250 high aspect with different tail wings. Again, the 170 and the 200 are going to be kind of the more efficient, the faster. The 250 is more stable, more lift at lower speeds. Kind of depends on what kind of a person you are, what type of conditions you're riding, and what you're looking to achieve. And the way that I designed these wings is I still wanted them to be slick and fast through the water, because I really don't like slow wings. I like things that move. And that's exactly what we have here. I mean, this thing is an awesome glider, and I don't feel that it's limiting my performance. In fact, I've been surprised that it's been like performing enhancing. Really fun. You can choose your different tail wing depending on the kind of stability that you want. If you want more stability, a bigger wing. All carbon fiber stuff, lightweight, really responsive. It's got that perfect surf feel out in the water. And your choice of board sizes, you know, it's always most fun to go with the smaller board sizes, but you might want a little bit more volume. Look at your rig for going out and riding the swells. You're going so fast. I'm cruising down, averaging, you know, over 20 miles an hour, sometimes 25 miles an hour down the coast. It's like sailing without a sail. And you're on this tiny little board that's like a rocket ship. It's the coolest thing ever.